Ride Park near Bacchus Marsh, Victoria is the site for today's test, and we're getting to ride the brand new 2016 model KTM 450 SXF. This bike has been completely redesigned from top to bottom. Let's start off with the frame. It is totally different to what the previous model was. Subframe's changed, engine is completely different. Everything's been squashed in together, so it's a lot lighter, there's less movement, and it produces more power right the way through the range. A completely different length to the shock, and also the linkage system. It's aimed at lowering that bike a little bit. KTM have come up with a very innovative way of stopping you from jamming dirt up underneath the foot peg and also in that gear shift lever. ODI are now making their grips, and they've utilised their special lock-on grips. New for 2016, KTM have included and almost assembled a bit of a radiator brace, so it's all as one, and it makes it a lot harder to bend that radiator. Now, Lukey Lee will be joining me today riding the KTM 450, the 2016 model. Now, do we have to arm wrestle to see who's going to ride this thing first, or what?
Well, I actually haven't ridden the KTM 450 ever in my life, so I can't wait to actually have a ride of it, so I think I'll get the first dibs on it.
So no arm wrestle?
No.
Okay, you're up. Well, the wind was certainly blowing us around here today at Ride Park, but it wasn't too much of a problem for the new 2016 model KTM 450 SXF. The chassis, the engine, phenomenal. This is the benchmark open class 450 out there at the moment. The one thing personally for me that I was hoping would get a bit of an upgrade is the 4CS fork. I still think that's in the works, and we're going to see better forks on this bike in coming years without a doubt.
To be honest, I couldn't wait to get out there. I've heard a lot of good things about this bike, and as soon as I hopped on the bike, all the boxes were ticked straight away. This is a phenomenal bike. The suspension, the power of the engine, the ergonomics, just everything gels really well together, and I had a lot of fun out there on this bike.
Now, I really enjoyed putting to the test the launch control system on this bike. It's quite weird when you first do it. You give it a bit of a double click, you look for the light to be flashing, you hold it to the stopper and then dump the clutch and then hope for the best. Hope you're not going to loop out and sit on your bum. But that doesn't happen. It's really smooth. It drops the revs right down to something that's really workable, and it's quite amazing, and I had a ball doing it. Great job with these foot pegs. How'd you find them?
Yeah, definitely in the ruts. You know, it helps having big pegs, and also the front brake of the bike's really strong, which helps you go through the corners a lot easier and drag your front brake. Personally,
I'm going to say this engine is one of the nicest engines I've ever ridden. Smooth, a beginner could ride it, an expert or a pro could go race this thing. That's my tick of the box. We probably don't need to tell too many people out there that have ridden with these brakes before, but Brembo brakes that are featured on the KTM and the Husqvarna, they're state of the art. All the other manufacturers are playing catch up, and you can't want for any more as far as the brake department goes. Final words from Lukey Lee. Any tips or words of advice for KTM fans out there?
Just get down to your local KTM dealer and get one of these bikes. This bike is phenomenal, straight out of the box.
Well, there you go. There you heard it. Thanks for joining us.
For all your motorcycle insurance needs, visit swanmotorcycle.com.au.